Hello, my dear friends. Welcome again to another episode of our The Word and the World. This time, we're going to make some homemade tomato sauce, which we can use for our spaghetti. My friend gave me this plum tomatoes. Look at that, no? Isn't it lovely? Yeah. Ako kadamo-damo sa ngata yung kamatis. So what am I going to do with this? We're going to make homemade tomato sauce, which we're going to use for our spaghetti. So watch out. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Thank you. So these are our tomatoes and we're going to clean it, remove the pungango. I don't know what you call this one. So okay, so we will remove this, and while doing that, we're going to have some boiling water. We will boil some water. So let's put some water in the pan. Okay. So we will use this water in removing the skin of the tomatoes later. Okay, so we are removing this pungango, whatever you call this in English, I don't know. This part. You know, tomatoes are very good, no? Sometimes you add this in your, well, here in the Philippines, we always add this in our dishes because it's rich with vitamin C, with lycopene. Di ba? Okay. So while waiting for the water to boil, we just clean our tomatoes. Have your blender ready. If you don't have a blender, well, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, no? Because the blender is actually optional. So here are our plum tomato, fresh from Don Salvador Benedicto Farm. Now, while waiting for our water to boil, you may want to peel and slice some onions and you chop it fine. Okay, so here, my assistant is peeling the onions, Maricar. Say hi to the camera.
Hi.
Yan. Okay, so we will just have it sliced and diced finely. Okay. Okay. So our water is now boiling. We will add the tomatoes to the boiling water to facilitate the removal of the skin. Sikat ko lang na. Okay, so now that our tomatoes is ready, we put this in the water. Put the tomatoes, drain it from the hot water so that it will be easy for us to peel it to remove the skin. Okay. Okay. Peel it. We peel the skin from the tomatoes. The tomato is still very hot at this time. You may want to have it a little bit cold, no? Or rest it for a while. It's hot. It's still hot. Okay, but anyway, you just peel the skin off the meat of the tomato. So you do this, of course, with all the tomatoes. Slice the tomato, and we will remove the part that is hard, this one, the pith. Okay, so we will remove it, and you know, you may want to remove the seeds also. For me personally, I like to remove the seeds because I don't want to eat the seeds. So you may lose some juice out of this process, but still it's okay. I think it depends on your preference, okay? So you remove the hard part of the tomato and remove the seeds. So we will repeat this for the rest. You know, it takes time. It may take time, yes. But as I said, sometimes if you want to eat good food, just spend time with it. So we already finished peeling the tomatoes. We will now cook this. So heat your saucepan. Of course, as always, in all Italian cooking, the most important ingredient is the olive oil. So put enough, generous serving of olive oil. And of course, we don't want this to be on very hot, no? Because it will burn the oil. Just low heat. Okay, I think it's already enough. We will add our onions. So we will be sauteing the onions in our olive oil. You don't need to fry this. You're not frying the onions. We just want the olive oil to be imbued with the aroma of the onions. Maybe we should add more olive oil. I love olive oil. You can't go wrong with olive oil. Our extra virgin olive oil. Okay, so I think this is already enough. For me, it's already good. So because we don't want to lose the sweetness of the onion, we add our tomatoes. Okay. So some techniques, they want to smash, make the tomato, you press it and smash the tomatoes. But we don't need to do that because after all, we will be using the blender later. So we just allow it. We just mix it well. We just mix the onions and the tomatoes well. And after mixing, we will allow it to boil. Okay. So look at that. It smells very nice. It smells very good. So you just allow it. Once in a while, you may want to stir it so as not to burn it. But we allow the juice to come out of the tomato. Okay. So look at that. It smells very nice. It smells very good. So you just allow it. Once in a while, you may want to stir it so as not to burn it. But we allow the juice to come out of the tomato. Okay. We will cook this under medium heat for maybe another 5 minutes. It actually depends on how much tomatoes you have. Some basil for flavoring. Basil. We don't have fresh basil, so we will just be using the dried basil. And we will also have we can add some chili flakes for flavor, for some kick, no? Are now simmering. The juice is now getting out of the tomato, and this is enough. The next step will be, we're going to blend this. Okay, we will now be blending the tomato sauce. There you go. So, and the rest of the tomatoes, but this time just short. We don't want to make it too fine because we want to have some texture to the sauce. Okay, that's enough. Here's our sauce. We will be using this for our pasta in a while. Maybe we can mix this. Mix this a little. And there we go. Our homemade tomato sauce for our spaghetti later on. Don't want it to be sour. You can add some sugar to balance the acidity of the tomato. After all, of the tomato sauce. After all, we will be using this in cooking again, so there's no worry. If you forgot to add the sugar, just like what I did, I forgot about it.